Valley, Georgia, just outside of Macon. Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Fort Valley State University. Week 9 of the college football season, where the Fort Valley State University Wildcats play host. Hello, everybody. I'm Dwayne Walker, along with two-time SIAC champion Jarvis Davis. And Jarvis, we've got two teams with 2 games left, two similar circumstances. Both teams need to win out to have any chance at reaching the SIAC championship game representing the East.
You know what, Dwayne? Both teams knows what's at stake today. By walking around on the field before the game, you see how excited, they're amped up, they're ready. They know exactly what's on the table today, and that's a spot in the SIAC championship.
For Savannah State and their coach, Sean Quinn, they're coming off a very Their quarterback, Devon Gibbons, rough week. He was sacked 4 times. He looks to bounce back today.
Yeah, that's the thing they're going to have to do. They're going to have to be able to make sure they're making their keys in the run game because they are a spread option team. They really like to establish the run. And if they're able to do that and continue to get 3 to 4 yards a pop and stay ahead of the chains, they're going to be cooked.
Last week, 40-6. Emmanuel Wilson.
Well, Emmanuel Wilson is the guy. He's 26 carries, over 161 yards last week. He is a guy that they have to get the ball game going. They have to establish that. Once they do that, Dwayne, they're going to put the ball in the hands of Terrell Jackson.
All right, Jarvis, when we come back, we'll have Jarvis's keys. We'll set the starting lineups, plus the opening kick. You are watching SIAC football on ESPN.
Since 1837, historically black colleges and universities have been fulfilling their purpose to educate and empower. Since 2009, the Home Depot's Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program has also been powered by a purpose to update, upgrade, and uplift HBCU campuses. Today, 44 million votes, $4.1 million, and 147 grants later, we remain inspired by the people, the passion, and the power of HBCUs to continue our purpose. Learn more at...
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
We're powering tomorrow, today. Georgia Power is investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, giving Georgia's drivers the confidence to go electric. Because we know the carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dwayne Walker, along with broadcast partner Jarvis Davis. Fort Valley State hosting Savannah State with our opening kickoff coming up shortly. And Jarvis, let's get right to the keys for this afternoon's game.
The first thing they have to do is they have to make Fort Valley one-dimensional. Fort Valley wants to be able to run the football. They have to be able to protect the football because Fort Valley is a team that they have to get comfortable. They have to get into a groove on offense. And when they're running the ball successfully, they're able to do that. They're able to protect the football. Savannah State wants to run the option. They want to spread you out and find and be able to hit up in between those gaps. If they're able to believe what they see, they'll be fine. And as far as Savannah State, they have to make Fort Valley one-dimensional. They have to make them throw the football because I'll tell you one thing, Dwayne, They have an excellent defensive line all across the board. Those guys get off the football, and they're able to get to the court, put pressure on the quarterback. And offensively, they're going to have to make sure they don't get behind the chains, because when you're running that option, you have to hit that ball for 3 to 4 yards a pop, and in order to be successful.
All right, well, it's a breezy afternoon, just so you know. Fort Valley won the toss but is elected to defer, so Fort Valley will kick off moving right to left. Kicking off for Fort Valley will be number 46, Emmanuel Perez, and back deep for Savannah, it'll be number 6, Enaj Turner and Markel Brown. Both teams will don Team Nike jerseys this afternoon. The official apparel company of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Fort Valley Wildcats, will be dressed in their home blue jerseys, white lettering, and white pants. For Savannah State, they're wearing white tops, white pants with blue numerals. Perez approaches the football, and here we go. Squib kick along the ground is going to be taken by Carter at the 14. Makes a move up to the 25, cuts back around, and finally gets pushed out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. 15-yard return for number 6, Enaj Carter. There you get a look at him right there on your screen.
Yeah, Dwayne, he has to look. He seemed like he was just looking to get somewhere and look for a move. He actually, but for him to be able to get down there and get some yards and get out of bounds.
Let's set the starters for the Savannah State offense. They're led by junior quarterback Devon Gibbons, a 6'3" out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Number 1, D'Angelo Durham is the starting running back. The wide receiver corps is led by number 6, Enaj Carter. The other targets are number 11, Adante Devereaux, and number 17, freshman Deshaun Mitchell. First play of the game, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. And that football is going to be up to about the 32-yard line. Tackle on the play by number 8. Correction, number 9, Antonio Dixon on that stop.
Look at that, getting right behind big guard Stephen Graves, and D'Angelo Durham was able to break it off in there for about 3 to 4 yards.
Speaking of guards up front, Julian Roberts is the starting tight end. Dylan McLeod anchors the line. The guards are Harvey King and number 62, Stephen Greaves. The tackles are Kyle Fraser, number 55, and number 65, Captain Connor Vasher. Let's set the Fort Valley. After that penalty, will bring up 2nd down and call it 11 from the 27-yard line. We'll set the Fort Valley defensive starters here after this play. This Savannah State offense, they love to run the football. They give it to the first man through, and scrambling his way up across the 30-yard line to about the 32-yard line is D'Angelo Durham. Let's take a look at the Fort Valley defensive starters. They play a 4-2-5 defense. Nate Freeney and number 53, Josh Burney in the middle. Antonio Golden and Jasiri Patterson, the senior, is the defensive end. The linebackers are number 10, Davaris Jones, number 24, Noah Waller. And the Fort Valley secondary is led by Week 1 SIAC Defensive Player of the Week, Tyler Moore. Deion Andrews and number 23, Christian Maddox, are the corners. Zach Anderson and graduate Mike Hicks Jr., they bring the noise from the safety position. 3rd down and 5, the option pitch to the outside, and looks like 1st down yardage as Enaj Carter, number 6, on the carry.
If you see right there on the option play, the one thing you got Carter's able to get outside and get a 1st down.
9-yard gain on the play that brings up a 1st down for Savannah State. 1st down and 10 at their own 41-yard. This quarter, no score. Savannah State visiting Fort Valley State. Twin wide receivers to the top of the formation. Now we have motion back the other way. And now there's a handoff. There's that guy again, Enaj Carter. This time he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Not allow Carter to get back inside and come down to make the tackle.
Check that, as you correctly stated. More on that tackle. Loss of 1, second down and 11. Shotgun formation again, twin receivers top. More motion from Anaj Carter. No option to the left. Carter has it off the pitch, up to the 45, up near midfield, and finally tripped up by Michael Hicks Jr., number 26.
That's the thing, Dwayne, that I talked about, that eye discipline, right? You have to be able to know where the football is. You see guys coming down and trying to tackle a man who doesn't even have the football. They allow them to get outside and break off for another nice run.
Jarvis, that's a 10-yard carry. It brings up a third down and 1. Third down and 1 for Savannah State. They are 32 of 95 on the season, good for 34% on third down efficiency. They line up, single back. That's Durham in the backfield. A direct snap to the quarterback on the keeper, 50, 40, 35, 33-yard line. So quick hitter by Devon Gibbons. And he carries that football all the way down to the 34-yard line. That makes it a 16-yard gain.
You see how he's able to bounce it outside, Dwayne? Fort Valley is going to have to keep containment when you're running an option like this. You got to have quarterback, pitch man, and dive man. You have to be able to contain those guys, and they're not doing it right now. And then Savannah State is taking full advantage at this point.
Tavian Coleman on that stop for the Fort Valley State Wildcats. Now in the backfield, number 7, Jordan Grant. He's behind Gibbons. Angelo off. And Grant is going to be muscled over after a very short gain, if at all.
Good penetration by DeVaris Jones, linebacker, getting on the tackle.
It'll bring up a second down and 11. We have another running back as Savannah State. They will shuffle him in and out. Number 38, Malik Walker in the ball game now. They'll get it to Walker. Walker, 35, tries to hurdle his own guy, and he's tripped up at about the 33-yard line. There's that guy again, number teams met was back in 2019, and Savannah State got the best of Fort Valley State. 53-24 was the final, and actually Gibbons scored on the very first possession, a 14-yard scamper for a touchdown. Looking to score on their first drive here. 9 minutes and 16 seconds to play, first quarter, no score. Third down and 10. Option to the right, Gibbons. He'll pitch to Walker. Walker down to the 30. And he gets bucked up at about the 28-yard line, and Michael Hicks Jr. lets him know about it.
Outside, and here comes his teammate, Mike Hicks, coming down to make the tackle.
Walker on an 8-yard gain. Fourth down forthcoming. Fourth down, we'll call it 3 yards. Fourth down efficiency so far this year for Savannah State, 62%, 8 of 13. So they're doing quite well in that category. Here we go with the fourth down situation. Gibbons waiting for the snap. Here comes motion by Carter. He'll fake to Carter and keep it up the gut. And it's going to be first down yardage for the Savannah State Tigers.
All you see, Dwayne, is a lot of guys getting up off the ground for Fort Valley's defensive line. That lets you know that Savannah State is starting to get some momentum up front and getting those guys up, moving them off the football.
Nice lead block there by the offensive tackle. That's number 70, Harvey King, the 6'4" out of Hilton Head, South Carolina. First down yardage for the Savannah State crew. First down and 10 at the Fort Valley State 19-yard line. Motion again from Carter. They'll option back the other way. Gibbons will pitch to
make the tackle, because when you come around there, Simon Tyler Moore comes down, he has the quarterback. Number 25, Tavian Coleman, has to make that tackle. He cannot miss that tackle right there.
12 yards on that run. Tim Alderman, the linebacker, had to make that stop. He's out of Fort Valley. First down and goal for Savannah State. They are threatening down at the 7-yard line. The Savannah State offense has methodically worked the football down the field on their very first possession. The handoff to number 15, that's Demarion Colbert. He's just a freshman out of Thomaston, Georgia, getting his first taste today.
When you think about what Savannah State's doing right here, we talked about the long, methodical drives, getting the 3, the 4, breaking off for 10 to 12 yards. Those are the things that can kill you defensively. And what you can see right here is exactly what Savannah State wants to do.
4-yard rush. Second and goal from the 3-yard line. And he will score a touchdown. Touchdown, Savannah State Tigers.
That is exactly what you do. They got the quarterback. They got the lineman coming around, getting up in there. When you see it right here on the replay, Gibbs takes the snap, and all you got to do is you got those big boys just in front of him. He just ducks in and squeezes and jumps in the end zone right there.
Devon Gibbons, the 6'3" quarterback out of Stone Mountain, puts Savannah State on the board, and it's 6-0. Now the extra point attempt is on the way. Keith Lockhart's extra point attempt is good. And our score, Savannah State
when they did exactly what they wanted to do. They established the run, and they were consistent, Dwayne, as far as just and getting the man on the man as far as the blocking and breaking tackles as well. There were some key plays there on that. Spreading those guys out and getting up and running that option. Couple tackles there that were big key plays that allowed Savannah State to get into the end zone.
Fort Valley State off to a slow start defensively. Savannah State, meanwhile, they put up 7 on the board. And just welcome back, everybody. First quarter score, 6 minutes to play, 7-0 Savannah State. They're on the board thanks to a 3-yard quarterback keeper by Devon Gibbons. Teeing it up, number 27. And back deep for Fort Valley is number 15, Tamir Jones, as well as Marlon Fleming. And that football was kicked. Is that a touchback, JD? That was a touchback. 5th touchback of the year by Keith Lockhart. Had 4 coming into the game. And we had an opportunity to talk to head coach Sean Quinn, who said that Lockhart was his MVP on special teams. He does it all. He punts, he kicks.
Versatile when you have a guy like that on your team. So good for him to be able to be utilized in that manner.
All right, we'll get our first look at Fort Valley. They run the spread offense, and they're led today by quarterback Tyrell Jackson, who's coming off a fine performance last week at homecoming. Pass. Let's see if somebody jumps on it. They do. And let's see who will they give the football to. Savannah State is signaling that it's their ball.
Second, looked like we had a second down. It looked like Fort Valley was able to recover. This is the thing that Fort Valley has had issues with, getting off to a good start. They got off to a slow start last week against Clark, but they were able to turn it around. But first play, fumble, and then some guys didn't even notice that it was a fumble. So this is the things that Fort Valley has to get corrected if they want to get this a W today.
Well, the football is going to be marked way back at the 9-yard line. So that's a loss of 16 yards. First and a long way. There's that guy, Emmanuel Wilson. He gets his first carry of the ball game, and he racks up 13 yards up to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's the guy they have to get the football. Going to get a heavy dose of Mr. Wilson.
After that gain, it'll bring up a 3rd down from the 22-yard line. They need to get up to the 35-yard line. So it's 3rd down and 13. Fort Valley this season, 40% on 3rd down, 41 of 102. Jackson in the pocket, looking to his right. He throws downfield and overshoots his guy. Looking for number 5, Cordell Pimenta, the 6'2 wide receiver from Seffner, Florida.
Savannah State brought pressure on that particular play, so they kind of forced Tyrell Jackson to throw the ball a little bit before he wanted to. So that's exactly what.
Up at the 22-yard line. There's the snap. There's the punt. Nice punt there. 46-yard punt by Trey Williams. And the 32-yard line is where Savannah State will get their second look on offense.
Safety Daniel Dorsey almost blocked that one.
So far this season, where Fort Valley, they've had some difficulty on special teams and punt blocks. We go back to that Morehouse College game that you did a few weeks back. They had some issues.
Yeah, that was the thing that really just kind of like talking to Coach Flowers. He talked about how it was a snowball effect, and things just went wrong, and it just kept going wrong. But, yeah, they struggled on special teams as far as getting that protection up front.
1st down and 10 for Savannah State at their own 32-yard line. They hand off to number 1 on the carry. That's D'Angelo Durham out of Augusta, Georgia.
Zach Anderson coming in to make the tackle. That's what you like to see, those DBs coming up and mixing it up and getting down there in the rubbish while the big boys got up front. You like to see that from your secondary.
Call it +2 will bring up a 2nd down and 8 from the 34. In motion comes Carter. They'll option to the left. Gibbons will stop, and now he will be tackled right where he stands at the 31-yard line.
That was beautiful right there. I love the fact that you had your guys. You knew exactly who had the quarterback. You knew exactly who had the pitch man, and Gibbons didn't know what to do. So that's why you saw the hesitation right there. And then that's when all the help come in and he come up and make a tackle.
Deion Andrews, number 14, came up and close. Third down, 10 after the loss of 2 at the 32. Savannah State, they'll have triple wide receivers to the near side of the football field. Waiting is Gibbons. He'll clap his hands. He'll option right. Here comes Durham up to the 35-40. 43-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. They'll mark it at the 42. And that should be a first down yardage for Savannah State. And it is a first down, Jarvis.
That's a good run by D'Angelo Durham. You see how he figures out that when you go on the trip side right there, you got a lot to be accounted for over there. And for them to be able to get out there and get it to the pitch man and break it off for a first down, that's exactly what you want if you're as a play caller.
10 yards on that carry by Durham. First down.
Diagnose the play, comes down and breaks it out and comes down there and put all his shoulder pads on Durham for the tackle for loss. All of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
-3 on that carry. 2nd and 13 from the 39-yard line. D'Angelo Durham is the lone setback just off to the left of Gibbons. Twin receivers to the top of the formation. In motion.
Jasir Patterson coming up, missed the last 3 games, Dwayne. So you can tell, like, he misplaying the game. For him to be able to come off and make a play like that for the tackle for loss, that's exactly what you want. Only thing he's missing, he can get up and do his little shimmy after he made the tackle for loss.
Man, he put a Jasirius hit. Third down and 15 yards to go. Gibbons scrambling off to his left. He'll throw. It'll be complete to Durham. Down to the 40, 39, 38, 30.
Got lost in coverage, and he was able to make a play once Gibbons found him downfield.
28-yard pass play, Gibbons to number 1, D'Angelo Durham. There's a timeout on the field.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Since 1837, historically black colleges and universities have been fulfilling their purpose to educate and empower. Since 2009, the Home Depot's Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program has also been powered by a purpose to update, upgrade, and uplift HBCU campuses. Today, 44 million votes, $4.1 million, and 147 grants later, we remain inspired by the people, the passion, and the power of HBCUs to continue our purpose. Learn more at retoolyourschools.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis, Wildcat Stadium. First quarter is in the books. Second quarter, just seconds away. Savannah State, their second offensive possession threatening. They're going from 15, Demarion Colbert, the 6'2" out of Thomaston, Georgia, but he was guarded closely on the play.
You see right there, they were trying to play. They were right there, ready to make the play. If Gibbons
Big hit.
lost. These seniors, Antonio Golden, Jasiri Patterson, these guys have something to play for today. They are on one today.
Loss of 3, hurry-up offense now for Savannah State on a 3rd and 13 situation. They'll take their time. They still have time on the play clock to gather themselves. Antonio Golden, for the second consecutive play, comes up with a big stop.
That's exactly what you want to see, Dwayne. When you're talking about third down, getting off the field, you have to make a play for your team. And for them to be able to get a sack and back-to-back plays, Fort Valley knew exactly what they wanted to do when they came onto the field. They wanted to stop Savannah State and force them and get the ball back for their offense.
And that football is going to be marked out at the 9-yard line. 38-yard punt by Lockhart. There's a timeout on the field with 13 minutes and 19 seconds to play. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis will keep it right here. We can look that one. First down and 10 for Fort Valley State, moving again left to right. Jackson freezes. As number 34, is that Marlon Jackson? Hee. Coming from his defensive end position to make that quarterback sack.
I actually got a chance to get a little chat with Marlon Jackson. I said, I'm going to have my eye on you today, Marlon. And Marlon he knew I was watching as a former defensive lineman. But, yeah, Terrell Jackson had no clue that he was coming.
Loss of 6. Second and 16. Scrambling to the right is Jackson. He throws, and he misses the target. Pimenta. And there's a flag on the play. Number 70.
Who's subbing in today for Tamaj Faust, who we found out that wasn't going to be the starter for today, but he got to be a little bit more disciplined than that as far as getting his hand, make sure you're keeping his hands inside.
After the penalty, we'll move him back. Third down and 17. As you heard the call from our referee today, Lou Satrian. Third and 17. Trip wide receivers to the near side of the formation. Jackson. Drop by number 8, Levante Leary.
Savannah State just rushed.
Go ahead, Jarvis. I'm sorry.
Now they're saying Savannah State was just wanted to rush for right there. They played coverage, played man coverage underneath, and the wide receiver just simply dropped the football. It was a decent throw by Jackson, but he just dropped the football.
Trey Williams ready to punt it. There it goes. Received there by Carter. Carter is going to be rung around the rosies and tackled at about the 40-yard line. 39-yard punt by Trey Williams. And Savannah State will have the football. And there's a timeout on the field. Why don't we take this timeout, too, with our score. Savannah State 7, Fort Valley State, no score. to the left, and that ball gets away from Durham, number 1. He has to run back and jump on the football, so that's going to be a significant loss for this.
Durham was able to jump on the football right.
And 18. Second down and 18 from the 33-yard line. Gibbons with the quarterback keeper. And he maybe gets 2 yards on that. Still brings up from the 35. Durham, number 1, the lone setback. Twin receivers to the top and bottom of the formation. Gibbons waiting. Claps his hand. He gets the football. Looking right. Throwing right. Just over the outstretched hands of the receiver. Looking for number 11, Dante Devereaux, the 5'10" wide receiver from Atlanta, Georgia.
Deion Andrews had perfect positioning right there. He was right there. He got his drop, and as soon as Gibbons threw the football, he was sitting right there waiting for it, and it would have took a perfect throw in order for him to make that completion, but Andrew was right where he needed to be.
Keith Lockhart leading the league in punting, the 41.8-yard average. He's setting up at the 21-yard line, ready to boot it away. There's the punt. Taken there by number 3. Is that football loose by Moore? Ooh-wee. Did you check that out, Jarvis?
Yeah, man. That's how you finish. On the ground.
42 yards on that punt by Lockhart. No return. First down and 10 now for Fort Valley State. They'll give it a whirl again. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They trail it by a score of 7-0 with 8:57 to play in the second quarter. In motion comes Fleming, the tight end, number 29. He'll wait. They'll hand the football off to Wilson. Wilson looking for running room along the right up to the 25-30. And pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line by number 18, Christian Johnson.
I like the way Emmanuel Wilson was able to show good patience. He saw that there wasn't necessarily a whole way he can turn it up, and that what he did was he found the sideline.
8-yard carry by this young man who's averaging, Jarvis, 119 yards rushing this season.
He is a special player.
Has missed 3 games, though. Speaking of which, he has the carry again. He bowls over a man and picks up the first down yardage necessary. 6 yards on that carry.
Seems like Terrell Jackson, Coach Flowers wanted to get a little tempo going here, start getting a little bit more momentum. They want to start seeing those defensive linemen with their hands on their hips.
First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tyrell Jackson, the quarterback, waiting in the pocket. Off to his right is Emmanuel Wallace, the 6'1" redshirt sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. In motion comes Fleming. Now he'll reverse pivot back the other way. It'll be a running play. Wilson, 40, 45, 50. Into Savannah State territory. Here against my beloved Buffalo Bills, a guy named Derek King Henry. Something about him when he gets that football that makes you say, uh-oh, here he comes again.
I think the one thing that you have to really take a look at, when he gets up on a defensive lineman and you can't really tell the difference between the two.
First down and 10 for Fort Valley. First time in territory of Savannah State. And tripping and stumbling was Wilson again. But even when this guy stumbles forward, 4 yards on that stumble.
When you think about, like, with Jamil Jackson, the tackle that we talked about that came in for Tamaj Faust, he is really he's settling in right now after that holding penalty. He's starting getting up to the second level, getting in front of that linebacker so Wilson can come right off his butt and get 2-3 more yards, man. That's what it's all about.
Second down and 7. They call it a gain of 3. Wilson, quick hitter up the middle, bowling his way, pushing the pile, still on his feet. And finally, you're going to mark it at the 41. They need to get to the 38 for a first down. So third and a long 3.
This is right here where you need a play to put the ball in the hands of Terrell Jackson, see if he can get this first down for you.
Nice play to run an option here. And now a flag is going to be thrown. It'll be illegal procedure against the offense.
I guess I spoke too soon, Dwayne. Hold your water in those moments. Now, instead of third and short, you're in a third and long situation.
They heard our referee, Lou Satrian. Fine officiating crew this afternoon. Desmond Smoot, Corey Fleming, Nathan Pinker, Monique Washington, Daryl Gordon, Michael Johnson, and Nick Fuller. After that penalty, it'll bring up a third down situation. Third down and 8 from the 46-yard line. Jackson waiting in shotgun formation. And now off to his right. Oh, never mind. There's a timeout on the field. And with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to play. So, Jarvis, we finally see Fort Valley in Savannah State territory. Last week, they were 4-4 in the red zone in their homecoming victory against Clark Atlanta. What do you expect? What kind of calls can we expect coming down the stretch here?
I want to see Fort Valley take a shot down the field because, like I said, they've been trying to get Terrell Jackson into a rhythm, right? They're trying to get him to a point where he feels comfortable throwing the football. And from a protection They have to be able to get something going on this offense, but I want to see them take a shot downfield and test these corners for Savannah State.
All right, all eyes are on the West Division as the champion will earn the chance to host the annual SIAC Football Championship on November 13th. Fans visit www.thesiac.com for official conference and championship gear. Third down and 8 from the 46-yard line for Fort Valley State. Jackson has the football. He'll deliver a pass to the right side. It's going to be picked off. Picked off at the 26. Guthrie has smooth sailing down for a touchdown. 74-yard interception return if it holds up.
Dwayne, there's a flag on the play, and I believe that might be holding on the defense.
And if it's holding on the defense during the run back, they'll simply mark it at the spot of the foul. We'll just have to see if it sticks, however. What anticipate? Marvin Grunshey already has 2 interceptions on the campaign. This will be his third if it holds.
The interesting thing about
So he pointed at the direction of the defense. He called pass interference, correct?
Yes, that was pass interference on the defense. So Terrell Jackson gets another opportunity because that was not a good throw at all. Trying to get the ball down the field. I like the actually attempt, but the execution just wasn't there.
Costly penalty for this interception return. So now it'll be first down and 10 for Fort Valley. Wilson looking for running room along the right, and he's going to be swarm tackled at the 27-yard line. A host of Savannah State defenders on the stop there.
Safety Daniel Dorsey getting involved, getting in the mix. That's what I talk about for the entire game is those safeties getting involved. Dorsey comes down, make the tackle on Big Emmanuel Wilson.
Wilson still finds a way to get 5 yards on that carry. And it's second down and 5. Fleming. Wilson carries. No, fake. Over the middle. Incomplete. Wow, Jackson had a man, just couldn't hit him. The tight end, Malik Fleming.
Comfortable right there. He was flinching, kind of twitching a little bit. And once he saw Freeman, he just overthrew Freeman on that play. It was a good play call by Coach Flowers.
Third down 5. Jackson waiting. Now he has the step. He'll roll to the left. Now he'll turn back to the right. And that football's going to be picked off. Oh, what anticipation on that play. Number 14. Was that Jared Mack?
He took it to the house, Dwayne.
Wow. Stunning turn of events right there. Now, the question is, did they rule it a touchdown? The officials are gathering at about the 1 yard line to come up with a mark. Wow.
He diagnosed that play immediately. And Jackson still threw the football. He was right there and to take it to the house.
He was just waiting to catch the football. He was literally waiting to catch it. That was an amazing play. Amazing defensive play.
That's what you call a good film study, Dwayne.
And after that huge interception, the football was placed on the 1 yard line. So Savannah State, they can add to their lead with 3:20 to play. In the half, Gibbons calls his own number, leans across. Do they call it a touchdown? I haven't seen any indication as of yet. Touchdown! There it is. Touchdown. Costly turnover, Jarvis.
Yeah, that's exactly what you don't want when you get into a situation where and unfortunately you just weren't able to finish the drive and turn the ball over, and now you're down 2 scores going into the half.
And with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to play in the half, a stunner. Depending on who you ask, with our score, Savannah State 14, Fort Valley State, no score.
This is the type of start that Fort Valley we're used to, right? In the past couple of weeks, they got off to a slow start against Morehouse, and then we saw the snowball effect happen, right? And then now, last week against Clark Atlanta, They started off with turnovers. They were able to turn around. The question is, will Fort Valley be able to turn this thing around and try to salvage something with 3 minutes to go in the second half?
And with just over 3 minutes to go in the second half, we invite our viewers to stick around for the upcoming halftime show, which will feature two incredible performances from the Savannah State Powerhouse of the South, followed by the Fort Valley Blue. Keith Lockhart, number 27, breaks the huddle. There you get a look back at number 15, Tamir Jones, the senior out of Norcross, waiting for the kick. Jarvis, are you surprised by the happening so far this afternoon?
To be honest with you, Dwayne, no, because we've seen this movie before. I think Fort Valley has issues with getting off to a good start, and I think this is one of those particular situations. The question now, and try to get something and put some points on the board right before the half.
Jones with the 12-yard return on that kickoff. And that's where Fort Valley will have another chance to get it right. With just over 3 minutes to play, 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half. First and 10 for Fort Valley. And here we go. Left to right, Fort Valley coming. Is number 32 on the carry, Kentrell Williams, 5'10"
Valley has a very good stable of backs that can really break tackles. That's what you like to see.
Christian Johnson had to come in and put him down. 6-yard carry, 2nd and 4. Dancing his way through is Kentrell again, and he's going to be popped out of bounds at the 36-yard line. But it.
See right here on the replay right here, gets up in there, he doesn't see anything, a lot of little trash coming around, he bounces outside, shows the speed, and lowers his shoulder pads to try to let the defender know, hey, I'm going to finish this run.
Brian Roberts had to come up and make that tackle. But as I mentioned, first down yardage for Fort Valley State. Wildcats are on their own 36-yard line. Williams again. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. With a minute 27:26 in the clock running, second down and 8. They'll mark and give him 2 on that. Under 2 minutes to play. Jackson near side is complete to Pimenta. Pimenta 50, 45, 40, 35. Down to the 32-yard line. So finally, they get something going.
That was that looked like an easy throw for Jackson. That's what he's going to have to continue for his quarterback, because he has been struggling early on. But I like the way he completed the pass right there to Pimenta to make a play.
31-yard pass play. And with 59 seconds to play, there's a timeout on the field. Why don't we take this timeout too? There's your score. Welcome back, everybody. Dwayne Walker, Jarvis Davis. Breezy afternoon here at Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Fort Valley State University. They're to play in the half. Jackson has the football. He'll throw down to his right, and it's going to be picked off again. This time at the 5-yard line. And back the other way is number 21. That's Naeem Bozeman. And Bozeman is going to be greeted by his homies on the near side of the football field after another interception. Bozeman, that's his second interception of.
Terrell Jackson has literally lost his way right now. That was not a good throw that he made down the field. And of course, Savannah State being the opportunistic.
Personal foul. Little block below the waist. Number 7 of the passing team. 15-yard penalty be added to the end of the run. First down.
So there you hear the call. And for Bozeman, 49 yards on that interception return. 49 yards.
The thing right here for Fort Valley, though, Dwayne, they have to make sure that they don't allow them to get on the board. They have to hold exactly what they have right now.
After the big you're Savannah State, you kind of want to take a shot after a big turnover.
Savannah State, if I'm Savannah State, you have to do that because you want to take – this is about taking advantage of turnovers. You want to get points. You want to put –
First down and 10 at the Fort Valley State 31-yard line. Savannah with it. Option pass, and there goes that shot we talked about. They've got a man, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Davis, you and I were on the same page. Unfortunately, Adante Devereaux, the wide receiver, and that option pass was not.
It seems like Devereaux couldn't find the football because he threw the ball inside, and he just seemed like he just kind of lost where the football was, and then it ended up landing right in front of him because he couldn't track the ball down right there. That was...
As we wait for referee Lou Satrian.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Wow, and you hear a lull go through the Fort Valley State crowd here as they just can't get out of their own way, Jarvis.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's that snowball effect that we talked about, right? This is something that Fort Valley is used to. It's hard to it is just rolling right along.
Eerily reminds me of the Morehouse game from a few weeks back. First down and 10. And he steps out at the 5 with 28 seconds to play in the first half.
Good job by Christian Maddox to slow him down because if he would have not come off that block right there, if you see him right here coming up, you got more right there on the quarterback, force him to make the pitch. Carter comes down, Maddox slows him down, at least get him to the point where he can get some help for the safety to come up and help him out and push the wide receiver out of bounds.
11-yard play, 11-yard option. First down and goal from the 5-yard line for Savannah State. They are threatening once again with 28 seconds to play in the first half. Gibbons waiting from the shotgun snap. Durham, no option to Durham. Durham has it. 5-yard line. 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. D'Angelo Durham, double D. The 6'1" out of Augusta scores a touchdown.
Look at Gibbons right here. He forces up. He forces more to come up. They take him, makes the pitch. Durham, it was a little bit behind him, but Durham kind of gathered himself, and there was nobody.
Lockhart in for the extra point attempt for Savannah State. Extra point attempt, which is up and is good. That makes the score 21 for Savannah State. Fort Valley State, no score.
Yeah, Dwayne, this is something that you have to keep. Flowers going to continue to reiterate that what is going on.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is the official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SIAC. This partnership was constructed to build a meaningful community initiatives with a focus on grassroots programming that includes youth outreach and mentorship programs. The new partnership provides Academy an opportunity to elevate the HBCU experience and exposure to a passionate SIAC fan base that is located in established markets. Also, we'd like to remind you that Coca-Cola has been a proud partner of the SIAC for over 70 years and will continue to serve as the official beverage partner of the SIAC. Once again, a reminder coming up at halftime, we've got a couple of fantabulous bands, Savannah State Powerhouse of the South, followed by the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band. That's just around the corner at our intermission. To play in the half. That is not a misprint. Lockhart boots it, and that's Ellington. It takes it from the 3 up to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and brought down at the 33-yard line. 30 yards on that return by Ellington. He was stopped on the play by Trey Murray, the linebacker out of Smokes, South Carolina.
Get yardage on it, get good field position.
Jarvis, there's 10 seconds left on the clock, and if I'm head coach Maurice Flowers, the way Jackson has been performing, if he comes back on the field right now, I think I just snap the football, simple running play, and let's get out of here. I don't even attempt to put the football in the air.
Yeah, that's the thing that when you think about it as a coach, you have 10 seconds to go. I think they at least try to take a shot right here.
Ooh, I'm going to carry the football just like that and give it to Emmanuel Wilson, 45-50. And he's finally taken down in Savannah State territory. And now we have a timeout by Fort Valley after a 21-yard burst by Emmanuel Wilson. And while I have this opportunity, let me also say I'm delighted to pass along attending SIAC's 15 colleges and universities across 6 states. The
Wildcat family would like to thank these game program sponsors. Minuteman, we design, print, and
success for diverse college students. Hey, also, all roads leads to Rock Hill for the 2021 SIAC Volleyball Championship from November 15th through the 18th. Follow the SIAC on social media at the SIAC for full coverage of the tournament. Well, Jarvis, 21-0, 4 seconds to play. You thought they should take a shot? I thought they should have run the football like they did. Now I'm in between. Now I might agree with you where you're close enough, maybe you will try at the end zone. They've got trip wide receivers to the near side of the football field. Jackson is waiting in the Wow, it's been a clinic by Savannah State on capitalizing on big plays and turnovers. Devon Gibbons with a couple of quarterback runs for touchdowns in that first half. And Savannah State just checked on another one with under a minute to play to lead it by a score of 21-0. Coming up shortly, we are going to their band, the Powerhouse of the South, followed by the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band. And so we invite everybody to stick around. Senior Day here at Fort Valley State. A number of Fort Valley State football players were honored, and we had an opportunity to talk to Coach Maurice Flowers about that coming into this contest, Jarvis. And despite what's going on in the field, at the end of the day, it really is about getting those degrees and graduating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Coach Flowers talking about how he put a big emphasis on academics. And when you're talking to the guys, some of the people on the staff and talking to Coach Flowers, that's what he wants to do. He makes sure he's that involved and making sure those guys not only be successful on the football field, but in the classroom as well.
All right. So there's a timeout with halftime festivities going forth. And when we come back, we'll join them on the field with our halftime score. Savannah State 21, Fort Valley State no score.
All right. So we're good on this end? What?
And welcome back to our SIAC coverage on ESPN. Between Fort Valley State and Savannah State, where the Tigers are on top 21-0 over the Fort Valley State Wildcats. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis. Time now to take you down to the field to enjoy our halftime entertainment with the Savannah State Powerhouse of the South. Hope you are enjoying our halftime entertainment so far with the Savannah State Powerhouse of the South. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll get a load of the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band. We're at halftime with Savannah State leading Fort Valley State.
Savannah State University, sorry that you're not.
Welcome back, everybody. Halftime at Wildcat Stadium on the campus of Fort Valley State University. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis, our halftime score. Savannah State Tigers, 21. Fort Valley State, no score. We're at halftime, and the bands are performing. And coming up next, it's the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we finally present to you and introduce the song. Savannah State University, Blue Machine Marching Band, the song and the book. We're going to open up the show with Steel Fly. I don't know about you, but we get shoes and Gucci suits. I ain't got no job, but we stay fly.
ladies and gentlemen, hope you have featuring the Savannah State Powerhouse of the South. And right there, you just saw the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band. We're going to take a quick time out, and when Jarvis and I return, we'll go over some halftime stats before getting to the third quarter. You're watching SIAC football on ESPN Plus. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter action just seconds away. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis. It's a windy, blustery day, and someone just texted me and say, "Are your toupees blowing off?" Oh, my goodness. 21-0 is our halftime score. Savannah State then will kick it off. Lockhart will give it a boot. Fort Valley State, they won the toss. They elected to defer. And after that penalty, it's going to bring up a first down situation for Fort Valley State at the Savannah State 35-yard line. And Jarvis, in a half where you completely dominated, why would you want to come out and give Fort Valley any type of momentum whatsoever on special teams?
Yeah, that's the thing. And to be honest with you, Dwayne, I think you got to look at the way their defense is playing. Even though Fort Valley has good field position, the way Savannah's defense has been playing today, they've been opportunistic. They've been taking advantage of the bad throws by Terrell Jackson. I wouldn't be concerned if I'm defense coordinator Thomas Sims.
Okay, Fort Valley State, they had 100 yards rushing in the first half compared to 110 by Savannah State. They'll take over the football, first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Terrell Jackson is the quarterback, number 7. He struggled in the first half, threw 3 picks. 2 of them counted, 1 was called back. He'll wait in the shotgun formation, trip wide receivers to the near side. They will hand the football off to Emmanuel Lewis, 40, 45. I did it. I called him Emmanuel Lewis. Emmanuel Wilson.
Wilson has joined us on the field.
Correction. I told you during didn't I tell you earlier this week? Just forgive me right away because I knew it was going to happen. 13 yards on that rush by Wilson. Emmanuel Wilson again carrying on first down. This time he gets up close to midfield before being brought down by number 47, Timothy Campbell.
Yeah, Dwayne, this is what I talked about as far as one of the keys to the game. Run, run, run. And I think if they're able to continue to do that, at some point, you're going to have to throw the football. But right now, they're having success giving it to Mr. Wilson.
2nd down and 8. Fort Valley should snap that football when the Savannah State defenders jumped at the bit. Nonetheless, a recoil with time stuff on the play clock. Jackson fires to the far side. It's going to be complete. And slipping past the man, now being brought down at about the 46-yard line, is Tamir Jones, the wide receiver out of Norcross, Georgia. He's a senior.
The one thing I like about on that play is Cordell Pimente, blocking downfield. He had his man blocked up, and he was able, his teammate, to be able to make a play and get downfield and put them in good position for on 3rd down.
3rd down and 3, trip receivers to the near side. Now Fleming comes in motion. They'll hand the football off to Wilson. Wilson just blows past a couple of defenders. Don't know if he ended up with the first down. We'll see. Yes, sirree. Wow. Did you see? It looked like he was shot out of a cannon, number 1, Emmanuel Wilson.
Coach Flowers taking the page out of Savannah State's playbook. Let's run the football and see where we can go from there.
Yeah.
Let's go from there. Let's see what we can get right there.
First down yardage for Wilson and the Savannah State, the Fort Valley State offense. They have it first down and 10 at the Savannah State 41-yard line. Malik Fleming, the tight end, comes in motion. Play action. Tamir Jones tried to catch the football, but he got alligator arms when he saw number 47 waiting for him, Timothy Campbell.
Yeah, that was one that you probably should have helped your quarterback. You got to help your quarterback out on that one. You got to come down and at least try to make a play on it.
But Jarvis, with such success running the football early in the 3rd quarter, if I'm Coach Maurice Flowers, I'm going to continue to run the football until they stop me.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you want to do. Like, you got to continue to do it until they stop it. And once they start coming up and playing up, that's when you take your shot.
Kentrell Williams is the lone setback behind Jackson. 2nd down and 10. Jackson in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. It looked as though number 7 got him first. Kawan Harris, the sophomore defensive back out of Jacksonville, Florida. Let's take a look at the tape.
There, like Cam Johnson right there. He has exactly who he's supposed to pick up, but he dips that shoulder, gets up underneath, and once you get that offensive lineman bending like that, he's beat. And you see he puts Terrell Jackson on the ground. Excellent dial pressure right there for defense coordinator Thomas Sims.
Kawan Harris records his 2nd sack of the season, and it moves him back. It's a 3rd down and 19 situation, the football resting at the Savannah State 49-yard line. Jackson in duress. He's going to be brought down again. This time by number 34. That's Marlon Jackson, the defensive end from Fitzgerald, Georgia.
Marlon Jackson. That's 2 sacks. Count them, 2 sacks for him today. I think the conversation that we had pregame, he understood, D. I think he understands exactly what he needs to do, and that's get the quarterback on the ground.
First couple of sacks on the campaign for Mr. Jackson. 4th down and 22, punting situation. Trey Williams in there. And he's going to boot a line drive, if you will. And is actually blocked. And Fort Valley is saying it's their football. And the officials are agreeing Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Trey Williams is down. The punter is down at the 36-yard line. He's being attended to by the medics from Fort Valley State. There you see the football. It hit number 8, Levante Larry, on the back of the leg right there.
Yep,
and to his credit, he was trying to get out of the way, just couldn't do it.
good awareness by Fort Valley to jump on the football right there. Hey, maybe this can be the beginning of something that to get this team in the end zone so they can put some points on the board, Dwayne.
All right, so they're going to credit the football to Fort Valley State. As number 13, Anthony Brown, the 6'4 senior out of Jacksonville, Florida, alertly pounced on that football. And here comes the Fort Valley State offense. And Jarvis, dare I say, they have some pep in their step as they run out to take the field.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm really interested to see what Flowers does right here. Do you give the ball to Wilson or do you take a shot downfield?
You take a shot after that turnover. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line of Savannah State. Jackson, they'll give it to Wilson. Wilson 25-20. And down past the 15-yard line. Call it the 14. 13-yard rush.
Getting a little tempo here, getting to the line of scrimmage.
First and 10, there's Wilson again, down to 10, 5, still banging his way towards the end zone. It's a scrum into the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard rugby-style touchdown by Emmanuel Wilson.
That's what you like to see, those big boys getting downfield, helping out your running back to get those last 2 or 3 yards to get in the end zone, Dwayne. That is the type of stuff that gets teams going. That may be the score that they needed to possibly get back into this football game.
And again, if you're rushing the football and they're not stopping you, run the football down their throats.
That's exactly what Fort Valley State needed coming out of half.
So, with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play, in for the extra point attempt is number 48, Andre Labatt. And that is going to be blocked. It's blocked. So the extra point attempt is no good. And now we've got a scrum on the field. Both teams jaw-jacking at one another. And we'll see the referee step in to gain some control of the situation.
You got Treyonte Williams, the kicker, mixing it up a little
Trey.
bit. Yeah, man.
Trey dog.
Mixing it out, man. Mixing it up. Good for him.
And for the first time, we hear that the roar of the Wildcat after that score. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. And finally, the Fort Valley State Wildcats get on the board.
Yeah, Dwayne, this is exactly what they needed. This is something that I think you see the guys on the sideline. You start seeing the guys pumped up a little bit. You see Emmanuel Wilson. Hey, that's exactly what we need, Coach. Thanks for giving me the rock so I can go do what I need to do.
Fort Valley State coming into this contest averaging almost 28 points a game, 27.4 to be exact, but they were held scoreless in the first half. And look at the special teamers run onto the field, like I said, with some exuberance, with some excitement, some life.
21-6 right now.
Emmanuel Perez, number 46, will kick off for Fort Valley. Enaj Carter, number 6, he's back deep, as well as Markel Brown, number 28. Carter averaging 20.8 yards per kick return. Brown averaging close to 22 yards per return. And it's going to be Enaj Carter from the 19, 25, 30. And he's going to be slung down at about the 32-yard line. Excellent special teams effort by Anthony Brown Jr., who also has a big fumble recovery on a punt.
Special teams are very important, Dwayne. A lot of teams kind of let those kind of go by the wayside, but that has what helped Fort Valley finally put some points on the board.
Let's see if Savannah State can start this game, start the second half like they started the first half with a score. A lot of things jumped off the page as far as the first half stats was concerned. They controlled the possession. They were 4 of 7 on third down. And they won the turnover battle. Option to the left, and that's Carter. And Carter will pass the 36-yard line, call it 37. +5. No, they're going to mark that football. What yard line do they have it at? They'll have it at the 37, so +5 on that play. Second down and 5.
Gibbons getting into a nice groove running the option because you can see the defensive end Golden coming down. He thought the running back had the football, and Gibbons was able to get right outside and make the pitch.
Twin receivers to the near side of the football field. In motion comes Carter. They'll option to the right. Gibbons spins out of control and finally bumped down by number 2, senior Jasiri Patterson.
Yeah, I like what Patterson did right there. You see the tackle goes down, and all he does is come flat down that line of scrimmage. Keep coming, and he sees as soon as he keeps coming, he gets rewarded by making that tackle.
Third down and 5, and we hear the Fort Valley State University faithful banging on the bleachers. They want to stop here and get the football back. Third down and 6. Shotgun formation once again. Devon Gibbons, who scored 2 touchdowns in the first half, waiting for the snap. There he's got it. It goes to Carter. Carter trying the left-hand side. He's not going to get anywhere. He is going to be swarmed under. 26 Hicks, 24 Noah Waller. The seniors on the scene playing in what could be their last collegiate football game.
Yeah, Noah Waller made the tackle. But if you look right there, Tyler Moore was the one who stretched that play out and allowed his teammates to get time to come down and then make the tackle.
Loss of a couple on the play. Fourth down situation. 4th down and 8. Punting unit is in. Lockhart will do the honors. He gets it off. He's going to take a roll. A nice roll for Savannah State. 46-yard punt by Kyle Lockhart, who's averaging 42 yards per punt this season. And with 8 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the third quarter, Fort Valley State, they've scored in the second half. They're going to try to get on the scoreboard again. There's our score, 21-6.
or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit georgiapower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
Welcome back, everybody. Fort Valley State with the football. They scored a touchdown already in the second half, trying to add on. They trail by 15, 21-6 to Savannah State. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis. First down and 10 from the 21. Jackson. That ball is caught on the near side. A connection with number 8, Taji Steele. First time we've called his name this afternoon. Steele has 21 grabs on the season coming into this game. So, Jarvis, it seems as though Fort Valley is electing to pass the football.
I think they're going to get back to their bread and butter.
Trip wide receivers to the far side of the formation. Fleming comes in motion, now stops. They'll hand it to Wilson. No. Jackson still has it. He throws. Don't know what happened on that play. A little trickery on there.
Yeah, it seems like he tried to fake the run, like really draw it out, and then kind of come back out and make the throw, but he couldn't find his wide receiver. His wide receiver got lost.
Oh no, he lost the football. Now, was that the Jameis Winston play? Wasn't there a game that happened this weekend where the quarterback dropped the football and picked it up and actually scored?
Yeah, I think what happened there, though, I think one of the things he tried to, I think Wilson probably thought he was going to give him the football, and Jackson at the last minute realized he wanted to try to pass the ball, but ended up putting the ball on the ground.
Well, nonetheless, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 situation. Jackson waiting in the shotgun, now back to pass. He's going to be pressured, and he wisely throws the football away to avoid the sack. The 6-foot freshman out of Stevens, South Carolina, applied the pressure.
Yeah, that's the thing that what Savannah State has done a nice job of. They've done a nice job of just rushing for and also mixing it up and bringing some pressure as well. So really good job by Coach Sims of really just mixing it up and giving those guys different looks.
Trey Williams in to do the punting for Fort Valley. Number 42. There's the snap. And it looks like that one got deflected. That one was partially blocked. And it's picked up by Savannah State coming back the other way. 25, 20-yard line on the return and down to maybe the 18. So that football was actually blocked. And we'll get a look at that in just a second. It looked like Levante Harry came up with that return. And there's a timeout on the field. Why don't we take this timeout too? Savannah State has the football and the lead. We'll be right back. As play resumes after that block punt and return, Savannah State has the football. Durham on that carry, off tackle right, little or no gain.
Noah Waller right there is making playing some inspired football right now. You see how he comes up and makes that play and put the running back right there where he laid.
Second down and 10 from the 17-yard line of Fort Valley State. Devon Gibbons, the quarterback, number 3. He's been a calm, cool collector today. They are in the red zone. So far this season, Savannah, 80%, 20 of 25 coming in. Gibbons throws towards the end zone, just overshoots his guy. Looking on the play for number 11, Adante Devereaux, sophomore wide receiver from Atlanta, Georgia.
Dante Devereaux was right there. He saw the safety coming across the formation. It was man coverage. He had his guy, but Devon Gibbons wasn't able to complete the pass. He had exactly what he wanted on that particular play, but it was just a little bit too high out of Devereaux's reach.
Michael Hicks Jr., the senior, on the coverage. Third down situation, 3rd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Gibbons waiting for the snap. Twin receivers to the left and right. Anaj Carter comes in motion. They'll give it to number 1 on the play. That's Durham. And Durham gets side swindled by number 26. It looked like Hicks Jr. hit him.
It was Christian Maddox, actually. He came off from the cornerback position, got off his block, and actually made an excellent hit.
And there you're going to look at your screen there. Number 23.
Right there made the excellent
nice call,
tackle.
Partner.
Excellent tackle by Christian Maddox.
4th down, forthcoming. 4th down and 5, and Lockhart is in to kick the field goal attempt. He'll set up at the 19-yard line. It's a 29-yard attempt for Lockhart. Lockhart, 4 of 7 on the season. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, the Savannah State Tigers, they get on the scoreboard. And with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter, Savannah State, they get on the scoreboard again.
31 seconds. 5, 3, 1.
With our score, Savannah State 24, Fort Valley State 6. Let's take time out.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Since 1837, historically black colleges and universities have been fulfilling their purpose to educate and empower. Since 2009, the Home Depot's Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program has also been powered by a purpose to update, upgrade, and uplift HBCU campuses. Today, 44 million votes, $4.1 million, and 147 grants later, we remain inspired by the people, the passion, and the power of HBCUs to continue our purpose. Learn more at Retool.
We're powering tomorrow, today. Georgia Power is investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, giving Georgia's drivers the confidence to go electric. Because we know The carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering.
After relinquishing a touchdown to begin the second half of play, Savannah State, they get themselves 3 points on a 29-yard field goal by Keith Lockhart, the guy kicking the football off right now. Hakeem Ellington back deep for Fort Valley, waiting for this kickoff. And he'll take it at the 11-yard line. And he's going to be swarmed under back by around the 11-yard line. Extraordinary special teams effort. It looked like the first man down there was number 24, Jordan Clark, the freshman out of Richmond Hill, Georgia.
They were trying to take him for a ride.
They're going to mark the football at the 16-yard line, so credit Ellington with a 5-yard return. Here comes Fort Valley State, first down and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Tyrell Jackson leads them out, along with Emmanuel Wilson. He'll be the setback just off to Jackson's right. Trip wide receivers to the left of the formation. Now Fleming will come in motion the tight end. They will hand the football off to Wilson, trying the left side. 15. And positive yardage. He was lucky to get 2 on that play.
Looked like Cam Johnson got away with a little bit of a hole. As soon as Wilson pressed the hole, he seen there was nothing there, and then he started to bounce it outside, and Cam Johnson kind of lost his way a little bit and trying to make sure he kept his hands on McKinley Newbill.
2-yard run, 2nd and 8. Jackson now getting the signals from the sideline. And now he'll wait. Emmanuel Wilson off to his left. They'll hand to Wilson. And Wilson will move the pile up another couple of yards.
Yeah, that defensive line for Savannah State is really starting to turn it up a little bit. They're starting to get penetration in the backfield, and Wilson just had nowhere to go on that play.
Nowhere at all. Savannah State is allowing its opponents so far this season 21 points per game. Jackson throws. Ooh, and that one almost had the signs of being picked off by Bozeman, which would have been his second interception this afternoon.
Yeah, that was a straight-up freebie right there. He dropped it. He dropped the interception. He had an opportunity to put his name on the paper again by getting another interception, but he unfortunately dropped it. Fort Valley has to punt the football.
And do we have a new punter in the game? It looks like we have a new punter. And can you get a number there, Jarvis?
Like number 46.
Perez. Carter coming back the other way. Midfield, 40-yard line, and maybe the 39. So big return there. 39 yards on that punt by Perez, who came in to spell Trey Williams. Don't know what's going on with him. But nonetheless, a 39-yard punt. And that return by Carter, they're going to mark at the 37-yard line.
That's two aspects of the game for Savannah State that have really been able to take advantage of Fort Valley. That's defense and special teams. That has been the kicker for the Tigers today.
21 yards on that return by Carter. First down and 10. Gibbons throws to the near side flank for Carter. Carter could not grab the football, just out of his outstretched arms.
You like Tyler Moore in the coverage right there. That was his guy. He was coming downfield. But I don't think that Gibbons couldn't make that throw like he wanted to. I think he wish he had that one back.
In the first half, Gibbons only passed the football a total of 3 times. He was 1 for 3. He's matched that so far in the second half already. And keep in mind, this Savannah State football team, they rush the ball, would you say, Jarvis, 90% of the time?
At least.
Givens over the middle, And the wide receiver, Devereaux, looked like he stopped his route. Maybe avoiding some contact.
Yeah, that's what you like to call, you heard those footsteps. That's exactly what happened on that particular play.
And check that was Deshaun Mitchell. Sorry there, Jarvis, number 17, Deshaun Mitchell.
Mike's hit comes over the play, comes over and makes the hit on that particular play.
3rd down and 10 now for Savannah State. Gibbons, options to the right. Now he'll pass the football, tries to pass, and he's going to be brought down. What a play by Fort Valley. That's number 44, Zaquan Baldwin, recording his 6th sack of the year. Actually, 6.5 sacks. He had 5.5 coming in.
Excellent play by the defensive lineman to come off and put the quarterback on the ground. That's exactly what Fort Valley needed in order to make Savannah.
8 yards on the loss. It brings forth a 4th down and 19. Lockhart comes in to do the punting. There's the boot in the corner. Moore will take it at the 6. Moore eludes one guy but can't elude another as a helmet comes flying off. 39-yard punt by Keith Lockhart. I wouldn't be surprised if he was named an all-conference performer, averaging 42 yards per punt coming into today's game. There's 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter with our score. Savannah State 24, Fort Valley State 6. We'll be back. Fort Valley, they have the football. 1st down and 10. From the 10, they'll hand the football off. And bottled up was the running back. Number 32, the ball carrier, Kentrell Williams. And we'd be remiss to say that we didn't talk about Shamar Bridges, number 17, there in your picture, not playing this afternoon. Jarvis, he's projected as a 5th to 7th rounder in the upcoming NFL draft.
Yeah, Coach Flowers talked about how he has 28 teams have come down to see him. So if he's remains healthy, which they're trying to make sure he does, he might be one of those guys you see playing on Sundays.
All right. There you see the call from our official. It was offsides on the defense. But prior to that, there was a completion to Aaron Price up to the 31-yard line. So you can credit a 20-yard pass play.
Please reset the clock to 2 minutes. 2-0-0 and start it on my ready.
They're going to reset the clock, the game clock, to 2 minutes. Fort Valley faithful in the building. Their club trailing by 18 with 1:41 to play in the third quarter. Jackson throws to no one. Near side of the field, closest man to the ball would have been Aaron Price, but he had ran a go route.
Credit McKinley Newbill for that errant throw. When you talk about a guy coming off the ball, he gave him the in and out to left tackle Cam Johnson and was able to put immediate pressure on Terrell Jackson to force the errant throw.
2nd down and 10, Jarvis, from the 31-yard line for Fort Valley, looking to dig into this deficit with 1:37 to play in the third quarter. Fleming in motion, and now they'll hand to the running back, 35, 40, and finally run out of bounds is number 32, Kentrell Williams.
Good hard running by Kentrell Williams.
Yes.
You saw the nice hole right there between the tackle and the guard. He hit that hole, saw a victim, and dropped his shoulder pass and tried to load a boom.
9-yard running play before a host of Savannah State Tigers ran him out of bounds. Time is ticking in the third quarter. Now we're up under a minute to play. And we have a couple of in-progress scores we'll pass along to you. Kentucky State leading Tuskegee 24 to 21 at half. And there's an extra shot that was taken there as the flags come down as Jackson took a spill. A guy whose name we haven't called a whole lot this afternoon, Jarvis, McKinley Newbill, took a shot at Terrell Jackson.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. You see the offensive lineman jumps off sides there. You see he does exactly what he's supposed to do, which is come off the football, but you cannot put your hands on the quarterback like that. That is just unacceptable. Kind of shocked they didn't call that one, Dwayne.
Well, they'll move the football back after the offsides. It'll be 3rd down and 6 from the 35-yard line. Twin receivers, both near side and far side of the formation. Emmanuel Wilson off to the right. Jackson has the football. Locking, loading, throwing, and it's incomplete. Intended for number 5, Cordell Pimenta. Excellent defensive coverage on that play. Number 18, Christian Johnson, was one of the guys in there.
And Trail Blackman getting in there as well. They're coming over the top to try to knock the football down. That's what you'd like to see is from a DB, not making contact, coming over the top with that off arm, and trying to knock the ball down.
You're correct. Number 4, Latrelvin Blackamore, 5'10" freshman out of Atlanta. Perez punts that football. We're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. No, 32-yard line. That's going to be a 38-yard effort by the punter, Perez. And while we have this opportunity, just a reminder that the SIAC proudly welcomes Allen University and Edward Waters University as the newest members of our league. These two teams will battle it out at the end of the season, while the SIAC championship game between East and West, who will be serving as this year's host, And you can catch both of those games on Saturday, November 13th, live on ESPN Plus and ESPN3, respectively. Be sure to check your ESPN cable provider listings for start times. The question is, Jarvis, which team will represent the East?
Yeah, a lot of action going on in the SIAC today. Here and somewhere in Atlanta, maybe?
First quarter score. Speaking of quarter scores, we've reached the end of the third quarter of play. Both teams getting on the board in the third quarter. Fort Valley State, they score a touchdown thanks to Emmanuel Wilson. And then Lockhart adds a 29-yard field goal. There's our score, heading into the final stanza. Welcome back, everybody. Dwayne Walker along with Jarvis Davis. Fourth quarter action underway here. Second down and 11 for Savannah State. Durham on that carry. Minimal gain. Maybe have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's exactly what you like, right? Number 44 coming in, making another play, coming off the bench and making a play for his team.
Number 44, Zaquan Baldwin, who already has a sack this afternoon. They actually gave a loss on that play, a loss of 1. Third down and 12 for Devon Gibbons and the Savannah State offense. In motion comes Carter. And they hand it. Here we go. It's Durham. Makes one man miss up to midfield. So sizable gain by Durham. They're going to mark the football in Fort Valley territory. That's a 22-yard rush.
Wow. He absolutely fooled everyone on that particular play. When you see how D'Angelo, he handed the football off, they thought he still had the football in his hands, but he had given it off to D'Angelo Durham to break it right down the gut of the defense.
Nice job of blocking by the left side of that Savannah State offensive line. First down and 10 at the 47-yard line of Fort Valley State. They come with the motion. Gibbons steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be dragged down from behind. Antonio Golden, number 9, was the first one to grab him by his jersey and pull him down. Antonio Golden has a sack already this afternoon. Now make it 8.5 sacks on the season.
Well, he jumped down inside, beats the tight end inside, tries to actually grab him. He's on his back, Dwayne, grabbing the jersey, pulls him down, and his teammate comes, helps him out to finish off the sack. Amazing play by Antonio Golden. The senior captain today is really showing why he's one of the better defensive linemen in the SIAC.
Jasiri Patterson came in and helped finish him off. Second down and 13. A couple of backs as they option off to the right. Gibbons calls his own number. 50, 45, and down to cross the 40-yard line. So nice running call by Gibbons. A gain of 12 yards. He's just 1 yard shy of the first down. They'll place the football at the 39-yard line. Third down and 1. Taking a look at the third quarter stats on third down so far today, Savannah State 4 out of 10 opportunities. Now we're at 12 minutes remaining in regulation. Third and 1. Durham off to the right. In motion comes. Oh, quarterback keeper. Gibbons straight up the middle, crossing the 25-yard line.
Excellent read by Gibbons by making sure he did a hard sell on the give to the running back. Pulls it back out and follows his offensive lineman right down the gut of the defense.
Sneak attack there. And they mark the football at the 25-yard line. That's a 14-yard running play. First down and 10 for Savannah State, moving right to left. They're trying to get into the end zone. They're enjoying a 24-6 lead over Fort Valley State. They're going to hand it to Durham up the middle again. He may have found a couple of yards before being wrapped up. Big number 55 in the mix there, Stacy Ivy Jr., the 6'2", 330-pounder out of nearby Macon, Georgia.
Carrying that 330 pounds very well. Good tackle by the big defensive tackle.
And now we'll have some changes here. Been handed a fourth quarter score. We had a 7-7 fourth quarter score between Morehouse and Albany State, but Albany State just scored a touchdown, and they lead it now 14-7. Second down and 8. They hand to Durham. Durham up the middle, 15-14. First down yardage for the Savannah State Tigers.
This is what you're talking. This is the type of drive that really puts games in the bag. This is what you need right here. Continually to get first downs and continue to move the chains. D'Angelo Durham comes down.
And he's just he's Devoing folks right now. He's Devoing people right now.
Yeah, D'Angelo Durham has had himself a game. We came into this game expecting Emmanuel Wilson, number 1 for Fort Valley, to have an excellent game. D'Angelo Durham has had himself a game as well. He had some big runs today.
No question about it. First down yardage, as I mentioned, and for both of those ball carriers, Emmanuel Wilson, through 3 quarters, 122 yards rushing to go along with that touchdown. And Wilson is averaging 120 yards rushing per game. First down. This time the running back is going to be swarmed under. I believe that's number 7, Jordan Grant on the carry. I'll check. No, that correction. That is number 1. Once again, D'Angelo Durham.
And get tackled by the big defensive lineman, Caleb Thomas out of Warner Robins, 6'1", 280. Make it a good tackle on that play. Shed that blocker, get those offensive lineman hands off of him, and make the tackle.
Gain of 1. We are once again in red zone territory. Savannah State has been very proficient in the red zone this season. In motion comes Carter. Angelo spins from a man. Durham does. But he can't elude the rest. A whole host of Fort Valley State Wildcats in on the scene. Number 9, Antonio Golden. 23, Christian Maddox. Number 99, Caleb Thomas. Take your pick. Another big 4th down situation here, Jarvis.
Fort Valley's going to dig down deep and find a way to make a play on this one and get off the field. At least force them to kick a field goal because, the time is running down and Savannah State is doing exactly what they do. They are eating up clock right now.
Savannah State on this 3rd down carry. It's given to Durham, and Durham spins his way down to the 6-yard line. Maybe the 5-yard line, depending on the mark, and it's going to bring up a 4th down situation after the 5-yard carry. So what do you do, Jarvis? Do you go ahead and kick the field goal with the sure-footed Lockhart? Or if I'm trying to tack points on the board here with a touchdown?
If I'm Savannah State, if I'm Coach Quinn, I'm trying to put the nail in the coffin because you're talking about with a little bit over 7 minutes to go. It's 4th and 2. I think you go here, get the first down, and try to end this game right now.
All right, we'll see what they do. Number 1 in the backfield, D'Angelo Durham, stands to the left of Gibbons. They'll option to the left. Gibbons is going to be swarmed under. Number 24 was the first man to hit him. That's Noah Waller, the senior linebacker out of Stockbridge, Georgia.
Noah Waller's been all over the field today. He's made some really good plays today.
And now we have an injured player on the field that may be the quarterback. Devon Gibbons trying to get a number from this vantage point. So there's an injured player on the field. It's the quarterback, Devon Gibbons. While the medical staff attends to him, we will take this time out with our score. Savannah State 24, Fort Valley State 6. First down and 10 for Fort Valley at their own 7-yard line. Desperately trying to answer the phone here. They're down 24-6 with 7 minutes and 4 seconds to play in regulation. Jackson has the football. He throws to the far side. It's going to be complete to number 15. That's Tamir Jones.
Yeah, Jackson finds a soft spot in the zone coverage right there, gets it out to his wide receiver, and he makes completion.
9-yard pass play, 2nd and 1. Sweeping off to the right is Emmanuel Lewis. Here he comes, 25-yard line before being tackled by Guthrie, number 19. Marvin Grunchi. He's a 6'1 senior out of Reston, Virginia.
It is something to see when Emmanuel Wilson gets rolling like that, coming down the numbers right there. I just wonder what goes through a DB's head when he see a guy like that moving that fast.
And now the officials are converging at the 23-yard line. And we'll get a call. Did you pick that up, Jarvis? I missed that.
Looked like we had a sideline warning.
Where's the get-back person?
Yeah, they need a get-back coach, man.
You know every team has a get-back person for real, though.
Hey, man, everybody got to get paid, Dwayne.
Your only job is to keep everybody back behind that yellow line. Or gray line here at Wildcat Stadium. After that first down carry, 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Low snap, Jackson recovers, fires over the middle, and it's complete. Number 11 tight end Jamari Brown with that reception up to the 32-yard line. No, make that 35-yard line.
Looks like Fort Valley getting a little sense of urgency here.
8-yard pass play, 2nd and 2. They're going to hand the football off to a sweeping Wilson, but the play is going to be halted.
Look, we got Tajay Steele jumping off sides, the wide receiver jumping off sides on that play. Brings it back.
Don't want that. You don't want to stop the momentum that your team has going on. So they'll reset. They'll do it again. 2nd down and 7 after they move him back 5 yards. Waiting for the snap is Jackson. He'll get it. He'll give it. And Wilson is going to be tackled at the ankles after crossing the 30-yard line.
Even Wilson was right there, the defender was right there to stop him for a loss. He was able to give him a little quick in and out and get 2 yards.
Shoestring tackle by Brian Roberts, the strong safety out of Jacksonville, Florida. 3rd down and 5 from the 32-yard line for this Fort Valley State Wildcats offense. In motion comes Jones. Jackson has a notion, now recoils. He'll try to run. Now he'll have the football stripped out of his hands. It's going to be a turnover. That football was knocked out of his hands. It looked like number 19, Marvin Grunchi, got a hand on it. Let's see, Jackson, he recoils. Now he decides to try to run. And then, the football just came out of his hands.
It just slipped out of his hands.
So was his arm? No, that's a fumble.
He just literally lost the football. And when you think about the type of day that he had, not really surprised that he turned the football over for his team.
Wow. So that is absolutely a momentum killer as number 44 pounced on the football, Salik McCray. And that's his 2nd fumble recovery of the season. His other one, he actually returned 67 yards. 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Reverse pivoting and going back the other way is number 8, And that's quarterback Jamarian Hartage, the 5'10 freshman from Forsyth, Georgia.
Yeah, that was Jonathan. Look like we have a holding penalty on Jonathan Gunter there. Which is going to bring the play back.
That's unfortunate. But the clock is still moving. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to play. Savannah State in control. They're leaded by 18, 24-6. They have the football, although it is first down and 20 from the Fort Valley State 37. New quarterback, as we mentioned, Jamarian Hartage, replacing an injured Devon Gibbons. He'll option to the right, and he will be met at the 35-yard line. Number 12 came up to stick him, Zach Anderson, the senior out of Cairo, Georgia. The football will be marked at the 34. Savannah State needs to reach the 17-yard line for a first down. So pickup of 3 on the last play. 2nd and 17. And this offense in no rush. 7 seconds on the play clock. 6. And now they'll hand the football off. 30 is Carter. 25, 20, 15-yard line. Mark it at the 14. 20-yard carry by Anaj Carter.
I love the way Carter's been running the football. If you look at the play right here, Hartage gets the snap, actually takes it, hands it. Carter immediately sees that lane. He gets up in the field. Bad missed tackle by Christian Maddox there, and then Carter breaks it off, bursts up the field, and take it and heads to it, trying to get into the end zone.
First down and 10 for Savannah State at the Fort Valley State 14-yard line. Time is of the essence. 2 minutes and 44 seconds to play in regulation. They hand the football up to Carter, off right tackle, and he's going to squirm past the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9.
Yeah, Carter, we came into this game with looking at the different guys carrying the football. I love the way Carter's been running the football all day today, from special teams, being a returner, and now closing out this game as we wind down the clock.
5 yards on that carry. And speaking of special teams, I know there's some guys we didn't have an opportunity to highlight. For example, for Fort Valley State, I know their kicker, Andre Labatt, he's been invited to several postseason camps as Carter sweeps around the right-hand side and is run out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So close to first down yardage, and now we have some excessive goings-ons, and there's going to be penalties called.
Looks like the offensive lineman was trying to come over there and protect his running back. And then somebody didn't like that. That's exactly what happened. Anderson comes down, makes the tackle.
Maybe a little extra roughhousing over there.
Yeah.
And that's where the penalty call, unnecessary roughness.
Held on this jersey for a little while after he slunk down to the ground.
Wow. Okay. But I thought that initial flag was being thrown because of what Anderson did to Carter.
Yeah,
I thought that's what the initial flag was. That's what I thought he went into his pocket for.
That's exactly why I thought it was, because, like you said, we saw the extracurricular activities, but the offensive lineman was coming over there to help out his man. That's one of those scenarios where, hey, you try to come over and help, and then that's what the referee sees, and then he throws the flag.
Okay. 1 minute, 50 seconds left. After the penalty, they'll move him back to the 18-yard line. And I was mentioning earlier about Fort Valley kicker Andre Labatt, who's been invited to the Podium Bowl in Miami. The College Gridiron Showcase. And he credits his best friend, Eddie Piajero, who taught him how to kick. And also, Shamar Bridges, who we talked about, he's been invited to play in the HBCU Legacy Bowl in February.
It's taking place down in New Orleans, man. It's the new bowl. It's going to be on NFL Network. A lot of big names behind this bowl, and this is going to be an opportunity for guys to get in front of NFL scouts, and that's the thing that's what it's all about when you playing at these HBCUs and you here on this platform on ESPN and being able to get your name called and people know who you are. HBCU Legacy Bowl is going to do exactly that in February.
They called holding on the offense. Now, Jarvis, in your playing days, you were a back-to-back SIAC champion in the early 2000s, and you went on to play Arena League football. What's it like to get that shot at the next level?
Man, when you think about it, Dwayne, you play football all of those years, and a lot of times when you get the opportunity to know that, hey, I have the opportunity, maybe I can go to the next level. And when you finally get the opportunity to do that and get paid for it, it's actually a pretty cool feeling.
No question about it. First down and 20 as the clock just whittles down.
Savannah State just trying to continue to run clock here so I can get out of here with a win.
Under a minute to play. And so, Jarvis, as time winds down, we have a final to pass along. Albany State, ranked number 3 in the Super Region. They held off a game, Morehouse Maroon Tiger squad, 14-10 this afternoon.
Wow, man. When you think about Morehouse College being in a conversation with Albany State coming down to the wire, you got to love it. And a couple weeks ago when Fort Valley played Morehouse on their homecoming, that seemed like it started something for the Maroon Tigers. They have been on an absolute tear as of late, but
10 seconds left on the clock. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's your ball game. The final score, Savannah State 24, Fort Valley State 6. And before we get out of here, my broadcast partner, Jarvis Davis, as I mentioned, he was a part of the back-to-back SIAC championship team from, what year was that, Jarvis?
Oh, wow. Wow. How about that? That is an absolute throwback.
The man in the middle, there you are during your Arena League football days.
Yeah, man. Down in
that?
South Georgia Wildcats, man.
Right.
Down in Albany, Georgia, man.
Wow.
Gotta love it, man.
Play for the Cincinnati Jungle Cats as well.
You know, Sam Adams and Ken Griffey Jr. on those teams, man. That was some good times up there in the Nasty Natty, as they call it.
Wow. Well, good times this afternoon for Savannah State, who came in here and really spoiled the party for Fort Valley. Any closing comments, Jarvis?
This is one of those matchups that I said coming in that Fort Valley had to play a clean game. They had to do things to make sure they don't turn the football over, and they weren't able to do that because, like, you see what they're able to do once they are running the football and they're protecting the football. But I think this was a game where Savannah State was able to come in and take advantage, and their defensive front, and in the back end of the defense, they were able to take advantage and of those throws made by Terrell Jackson. And you just saw that today. They would take advantage of the turnovers, and they were able to run the football, which equaled a win for Savannah State.
All right. Listen, you've been watching Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference football on ESPN, presented by UBS. So for Jarvis Davis and our entire production crew, I'm Dwayne Walker saying so long from Fort Valley, Georgia, with the final score. The Savannah State Tigers 24, Fort Valley State University Wildcats 6. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN+.